It is now Tuesday morning, about 08:30 hours. We have just arrived in Santa Rita at the Hope Baptist Church, where they're having the Medical Brigade. And as we thought yesterday, today would be a lot busier. And I say we just arrived, and you can see how many people as I am walking closer to the church house. A lot of people already here for medical attention. Turning around a little bit, looking back to where we just came in. See these vehicles on the street across the way there. So I'm going to go around to the side where we were yesterday, put down my botella de agua and café. Then we'll take care of a little bit of personal business after the drive. The word was out yesterday about the Medical Brigade, and it's busy already. It's going to get a lot busier before the day is done, which means the counselors will have a lot more people to be dealing with, which is good. So we'll see what is happening later. I'm over in the part of the property now where the baños are. See how many people here are waiting to be called to go in. They may have already been registered, I'm not sure, but these chairs will fill up a lot more. Coming around the side here, you can see under the blue covering there's a lot more. The counselors are already busy at work for the people that got here earlier. People arriving at the gate workers, as I call them, will allow the people to come in, and they'll bring them over to have a seat where all the chairs are lined up. Right across the street there, those people will set up a little pulpito. They'll sell snacks and drinks for people that are coming. So today is going to be a busy day here at the Medical Brigade. The young man right in front of me is Hermano Luis. He's from the church in Cofradia. From my personal observation of Luis, he is a very dedicated young man that wants to serve the Lord. Should the Lord tarry, I believe the Lord is going to greatly use him. And I'm going to try to go inside here and not get run over. Get a little bit of video of what's taking place inside here. I want to say business is picking up. It's getting very busy. Apostle LeRoy there in the black shirt and hat. I'll walk ahead a little bit and pan right. See what's taking place here at the entrance. As you can see, People are being lined up, getting information and who they need to see. The young lady on the right is the intern from the seminary in Sabana Grande. She's up with Pastor Mike for a couple months, part of her school requirement. The girl in white next to her is also out of the church in Cofradia. She's young, she's learning how to share the gospel. And obviously the lady in yellow is a prospect, so they're sharing the gospel with her. I was talking to Pastor Mike a few minutes ago, and I was telling him I saw a post from missionary Pastor Matt Goins in El Progreso saying that when they had their Medical Brigade, they had like 4,000 people pass through, and there was 57 professions of faith, and that was in a 4-day period. I said in the previous video that a lot of people would write off something like this that a missionary would do on the mission field, but unless they've actually seen it and can see the outcome of it, they will not fully understand. The first Medical Brigade that Pastor LeRoy had, he was telling us yesterday that out of that, they had at least one family come to church to be part of the church here. How many other people might have gotten saved, I do not know. He probably does not know. But these things are, I'll say, beneficial. The Lord uses them. So as people are looking at this particular video, and you hear about a missionary having a Medical Brigade, then you can pray for them, because they would certainly need it. They would certainly appreciate it. In this segment of the video clip, Pastor Mike is sharing the gospel with a prospect, and then the other gentleman, that's Hermano Erling, he's also sharing the gospel. I have repeatedly said in the previous video clip and in this video clip, everybody that comes here for medical treatment, and all of the treatment is free, that they will have the opportunity to hear the gospel. So the medical personnel, they will deal with the physical aspect of the people that come, and the counselors will deal with the spiritual element, sharing the gospel. And as you can see, there's looks like quite a line of people coming in. I did not notice that they came on whatever size vehicle, but they keep coming. And it'll be like this all day long. Come in, have a seat under the white shelter, and then they'll be called. They'll get registered, and they'll go see the nurse, the doctor, whoever in the process to take care of them. I decided to walk up to the back side of, I'm going to call it their warehouse building. They have a lot of John Romans literally stacked inside. They get a large shipment in, You know, literally thousands of them. That would be the entrance for it there. But I decided to walk over here, come up behind the building, get a view of this part of the street. And you look down there and you can see the entrance gate where people come in to line up. Some will be here for entering the facility to receive medical treatment. I believe some of the other ones, they're just waiting outside, and they might be curious, or they might be waiting for someone they know, a friend or a relative, to come back out. As I turn to my left, looking back up the street where the vehicles can come in. So these are all vehicles for people that are here, and off in the distance you can see other people coming. There's a couple of them. They're hidden behind vehicles, but there's a couple more coming. So the word has been getting out about the Medical Brigade. That'll be the well to provide water for the facility here. And as I come back out and turning again to my left, we'll get a view of the front of the church house building from here. I was just talking with Pastor LeRoy. I asked him how many prospects or how many people they processed yesterday. He could not remember the exact number. He believes it was at least 200. And he said on the salvation part of it, they had 25 professions of faith. And I was telling about one elderly gentleman who had prayed and asked the Lord to save him, and how he had tears running down his face as he prayed. There was a lady that came just a moment ago. She had a towel of some sort covering her mouth, and said she had to have a message for somebody inside, but she could not stay, and so she would be escorted inside and then escorted back out. I say that just to let people know that, as they might be watching the videos, that they're taking all kinds of security measures, which it does make sense. Common sense would tell you have to be careful in what you're doing. So today is started off busy. It's going to continue to be busy. Wednesday, Lord willing, it'll be even more busy, and then Thursday, well, it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. And looking over towards the entrance gate, it looks like another crowd of people waiting to come in.
Y no estamos haciendo lo correcto. Entonces, la pregunta es, si alguien dijo, sin haber escuchado el evangelio, un libro sin haberle dado la Biblia, ¿cómo yo no pago la? Pero se irán para bíblicamente, nadie se dice. La miraba la Biblia abierta ahí, pero rodeado yo, que mira qué bonito ahí. Y yo tuve el accidente que me miraba rodeado así. Y solo esta palabra decía por la Biblia abierta: Señor, perdónanos, entonces, a la Cortes yo voy directamente. Yo quiero ver la gente.
Pastor LeRoy is up there talking to different people. As I have said several times already, they need to ascertain the needs before people even come through the gate.
En otras palabras, yo puedo tratar de guardar 10, 20, 30 mandamientos de los miles que hay aquí en la Biblia. Y con uno que me equivoque, ya no sirve todo lo que se convirtió en un error. ¿Y cómo voy a lograr yo tener una vida sin cometer un error? Por lo menos al día, no cometer uno, y cometo un montón al día. Usted sabe, como hombres sabemos que en la mente, miren, tenemos un montón de formas de pecar. Seamos sinceros, se ve imposible ir al cielo por medio de las obras. Y la Biblia no solamente me está diciendo, me está aclarando, por las obras nadie va al cielo. Entonces, Miguel, si usted muriera ahorita, fuera al cielo, usted no iría al cielo por su vida y sus obras, porque la Biblia dice que no existe esa posibilidad, no existe. Y la cosa está así. Yo vengo y le digo, Miguel, yo trabajé en una empresa, me gané un gran bono. Si yo veo que usted no me lo ganó, quiero darle yo de mi bono. Usted no ganó el bono, pero yo sí le estoy dando del bono. Punto final. Es un regalo de mi parte para usted. La pregunta es, ¿se merece usted el bono? No, fui yo el que lo ganó. ¿Se merece usted reclamar el bono? No, fui yo el que se lo ganó. Si yo le quiero dar de mi bono, usted no ocupa merecerlo, usted no ocupa trabajarlo, usted no ocupa, usted solamente puede trabajarlo, porque yo lo quiero reclamar. La Biblia menciona que Dios no quiere que ningún ser humano vaya al infierno, pero Él es justo, la ley de Él es yo le diría esto.
And they keep coming to the Medical Brigade. It's almost like they're coming in waves. I've been sitting across from Hermano Christian. He spends a lot of time with the prospects. They're getting a good presentation of the gospel. If they leave without trusting Christ as personal Savior, they will not be able to say they do not know. It looks like this girl here might be praying to trust Christ. That's Paola on the right. And the man in blue, that's Hermano Luis, sharing the gospel with those people. Pan back over here to Paola. The clip that I just did of Paola with the young woman that looked like she was praying to trust Christ, the time period was 10:45. And I'll see if I can find out if Paola, this lady trust Christ? Salvacion? Bueno. So she's saying this woman just got saved. That'd be okay if people watching this video wanted to shout right about now. Of course, I'm probably being made, the devil will be a little bit mad, but the angels in heaven will be rejoicing over one sinner that trusts Christ. I cannot say for sure, but it looks like a young lady in yellow may have just prayed to be saved. The counselor is the woman with the yellow bow or pink bow in her hair. So she was praying with the young lady. In a previous clip, I mentioned Paola. She's one of the young ladies out of Pastor Mike's church in Cofradia. She completed her first year at the seminary in Savannah Grande. She went along with her sister Kati. Paola, I've known her since she was somewhere beyond being little. I watched her grow. She's a very sweet young lady. I personally believe if the Lord leads her to marry a man who wants to be in the ministry, she will be a great pastor's wife. So I'll walk down to the end here and turn around and see what else we can get some footage of. Again, as you look at the gate, there's another line of people lining up, waiting to be permitted to come in. And this is another view of what it looks like on the inside. People waiting to be seen. It's like coming in one door and going out another. But at some point, all of these people will hear the gospel message. What is taking place there with the guy in blue, it looks like they were doing eye tests. We have seen a number of people receive glasses. I did not know if they were new glasses or glasses that had been used and donated to the Medical Brigade to use. I just know I've seen people receiving glasses. Gentleman there just got up, having blood pressure taken. A lot of activity in here. And it is now 11:30. Getting close to chow time, so the different workers here will be starting to have lunch in, I'll say, segments. Some will have lunch while others work, and then they'll rotate. People lined up at the gate waiting to come in. This is some of the people from Pastor Mike's church. I cannot resist doing this. People that often wonder what an asterisk looks like, that is what an asterisk looks like. And actually, that is her name, Asterisk. So now, the next time, whoever's watching this video, type something out and they wonder what an asterisk looks like, now they know. It is now 1400 hours, and there's another wave of patients getting ready to come through the gate to receive respective treatments. I said earlier in one of the video clips that seems like they come in waves. There'd be one group come, go through, quiets down for a few minutes, and then the next wave will come through. I suspect a little bit later in the afternoon, it'll pick up a little bit more. I do not know what the temperature is right now, but I know it is hot, very hot. Even when the breeze blowing, it's, I almost want to call it a scorcher. One thing for sure, a person would not want to stand out in the sun very long. They'd get a severe sunburn. And it looks like the afternoon wave of prospects is underway. Looks like all of the counselors have prospects to be dealing with. People lined up at the gate. The man in the blue shirt ahead of us here, he's from Iglesia Bautista El Faro in El Progreso. He speaks respectable English. He lived in Houston for a while before coming back down here, and his wife was born in Houston. So we had a good time fellowshipping. It is very humid, very warm. Clouds are rolling in, and it almost looks like they're going to have another thunderstorm tonight. They had one last night. Looks like they're going to have another one tonight. While I was talking with a brother from El Progreso, another man came up that he knows. He was all, excuse me, he was all smiles. He had his teeth cleaned. So that's one of the services that the Medical Brigade is providing here. Pastor LeRoy.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the people that will be looking at this video a little bit about what the Medical Brigade is doing here?
Well, we have 64 American medical professionals, dentists, eye doctors, and we're serving our community. Yesterday we had 25 professions of faith, and I don't know what the numbers are today, but we have seen a lot of people. We're using this as a means to open the door to reach them to help them with their spiritual need. We see the pattern of Christ reaching physical needs, in order to be able to reach the most important need, the spiritual need. And so that's what we're trying to do here. We're very, very thankful for all the volunteers that have been helping us, and our goal is to reach as many people with the gospel as we can as we help them with their physical needs.
And how many days will this the brigade be here?
We started Monday, yesterday. We're here today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and we're working from 8 a.m. in the morning till 4:30 in the afternoon. Not really stopping. We're doing a lunch rotation, so we're constantly pushing people through and getting them into evangelism, and just a constant rotation of people through the clinic.
And for the patients that come here looking for help, what are you charging them?
There is no charge whatsoever. We are doing this on just a basis of love and compassion for our community. We are not charging anything. We have eyeglasses that have been donated. We're giving those away. We're giving medicine, vitamins, and we're doing physical therapy free of charge. We have a laboratory where we're doing certain tests to see levels of sugars. We're checking blood pressures and giving blood pressure medicine and insulin for high blood sugar. And so we are really trying to attend to these people the best way possible.
So the bottom line is you got a fantastic ministry going on, and the Lord is, I'm not sure how to phrase it, blessing immensely.
Yes, very much so. This is of the Lord's doing. We're just desiring to be instruments in His hands, nothing more, but it's all for His glory.
How many years have you been hosting the Medical Brigade?
This is our third year, not in a row. We hosted our first team in 2014, and then last year was the close to that gap from 2014 to last year, and then this year right after last year. So, and we have them scheduled for next year as well. So.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir.
For those looking at the video, this is Pastor LeRoy
Rolston.
Got my title tongued up. Rolston here in Santa Rita, Yoro, Honduras.
God bless.
Thank you.
Very good, very good.
The wind is picking up. It's a pretty good, I was going to say breeze, but it's more than a breeze, it's wind. You look over towards the mountain range there. You see the clouds are moving in more and more. There's going to be a storm blowing through Santa Rita. How much sooner, I do not know. But like yesterday, there will be a cutoff time as to when people are permitted to come in. Any who are not admitted today, if they still want the treatment, they'll have to come back tomorrow. So it's coming up on 1,500 hours. I think they will shut down all of the activity by 1,600 hours. I'm not sure how soon it will be when they actually close the gate and say no more. You can tell they've started stacking up some of the chairs. The chairs will all be taken inside. So hopefully everything will be wrapped up here before the storm hits. I hope the people that watched the video and saw and listened to what Pastor LeRoy was saying will strike home to them. He's a missionary. He raised his support to come down here to plant a church. The Lord is definitely blessing this ministry. I can say the same thing about the church in Cofradia, Cortes, where Pastor Mike is the founding pastor. These missionaries go out to churches to raise their support, and then they come to the part of the vineyard that the Holy Spirit has directed them to. They do the work that the Holy Spirit gives them to do under His leadership, and they do it for the glory of God. They're not trying to do anything to draw attention to themselves. I say all of that so that people that watch the video will understand a little bit more about a missionary, how much they need the support, how much they need financial support, prayer support, and moral support. They would really appreciate it. It's getting on towards 15-30 hours. As you can tell, things are beginning to wind down here at the Medical Brigade for the day. Chairs have been taken in. No more people are being admitted for treatment. There's still a few people inside being treated. And out here there's still some counselors that are dealing with prospects. I'll pretend I do not know who those guys are over there. Now it'll be a little bit humorous, but the fellow in the red cap, I've been teasing him because letting his hair grow, and I've been telling him he's trying to let his hair grow as long as his wife's, and I'm wondering if she lets him use her curlers at night. This is one of Pastor Rolston's boys here on the left in the gray shirt.
No, ahora despedime. Es mala idea bromear con no, soy traducido.
No matter where you go in the world, you have Christian brothers that you can have fun with. You can kid around. I'll see if I can get back inside and see what's going on activity-wise. I'm not sure this may be the last video clip of the day, but only the Lord knows that. And it looks like there's still a sizable group of people inside here to be receiving treatment. So we cannot leave until all of these people have been dealt with, because they'll have to go outside and have a counselor spend some time with them sharing the gospel. So for those who have tuned in late, this whole video has been about the Medical Brigade in Santa Rita, Yoro, Honduras, here at Pastor LeRoy Rolston's church. And it is now getting on towards 1700 hours. Everything at the Medical Brigade is done for the day. The bus there, a lot of the workers are getting on the bus. Some of them went out on a vehicle, going back to wherever they might be staying for the night. Lord willing, they'll all be back here on Wednesday morning to continue on for day number 3. We will not be here with them tomorrow because we have another commitment. But Lord willing, I understand we'll be coming back on Thursday. So, this is the last video clip being taken in Santa Rita, Yoro, Honduras, at the Baptist Church, where Pastor LeRoy Rolston is the pastor, and they're having a Medical Brigade.